the indirect diplomacy between US and Iran. So fresh diplomatic efforts are showing signs of progress as US and Iran move forward with indirect talks. Qatar, which is helping in mediation as far as the discussion are concerned, is saying that both the sides have made positive headway and agreed to stay engaged. Officials say that next round of talks are expected after the funeral of Iran's former Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. And here's the latest as far as fresh diplomatic efforts are concerned. And we are learning that Qatar, which is the key mediator as far as the discussion is concerned, has said that both the sides have made a positive headway and agreed to stay engaged. There will be a round 3 of discussion in the coming days. The location will be decided, but we are learning that they are expected after the funeral of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in just few days. Remember, after the MOU was signed, there was a first meeting in Switzerland, then in Doha, and in the next few days we are learning that there will be a third meeting as well. Let me once again go back to Akanksha Swaroop on this. Akanksha, take us through where the next round of talks are expected, because Qatar, which is the key mediator, it is quite hopeful and quite optimistic as far as the talks are concerned. Also mentioned that both the sides have made a very positive headway as far as the back channel talks are concerned. Give us more details on this.
Right. So as far as these back channel talks are concerned, remember, they were hinging on the technical issues. Now, the technical issues are all about the nuclear sites. Iran has made it amply clear that they'll not be permitting any UN inspection at their nuclear sites, is what we are picking up from our sources. In fact, the parliamentary speaker of Iran, Mohammad Ghalibaf, has already gone on record to declare that UN or the nuclear watchdog will only be, in fact, the IAEA will only be getting access to, say, Bushehr nuclear power plant and the Tehran nuclear reactor. Apart from that, they are not willing to give any access to external watchdogs to their nuclear sites. So that is one aspect of the technical talks that took place in Qatar. To answer your question, as far as the next location for the talks are concerned, remember, something more important right now is lined up, which is the funeral ceremony of the former Supreme Leader of Iran, that is Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and that's going to kickstart from Saturday, for which, remember, there will be world leaders from across the world who will be gathering for the funeral ceremony. Many from India have in fact been invited. So as far as this current mediation that's just taken place in Doha, which was presided over not just by the Qatari mediators but also by the Pakistanis, we are being told that only after the funeral ceremony of the late Ayatollah Ali Khamenei will we be able to gauge or be told where is going to be the next round of talks. But Iran, of course, has made it amply clear that there will not be access given to the UN as far as their bomb nuclear sites are concerned. The talks are happening at a very critical time. This when the overall maritime traffic in the Strait of Hormuz has dipped, especially after the recent spate of attacks that were exchanged between the United States and Iran.
All right, stay on with us, Akanksha. We have another breaking update coming in. Even as diplomatic talks between US and Iran show sign of progress, a major hurdle remains over Tehran's nuclear program. Iran has now made it very clear that it will not allow international inspectors to visit nuclear sites damaged in the recent military strikes. The country's parliament speaker has said that inspection by the International Atomic Energy Agency will be limited to only 2 operational nuclear facilities with a bombed location completely off limits. So that is the stand that Iran has taken. And even as the diplomatic talks, as we told you, between the two countries, they have shown a sign of progress over the last few days. There is a major hurdle that remains over the nuclear program. Let me once again go back to Akanksha on this. Akanksha, Iran has made it quite clear that it will not allow international inspectors to visit the nuclear sites damaged in the recent military strikes. We'll try and reconnect that line with Akanksha. But let me tell you about what has happened in the last few hours. The country's parliament speaker has said that inspection by international International Atomic Energy Agency will only be limited to only 2 operational nuclear facilities with bombed location completely off the limit. But let me once again go back to Akanksha on this. Akanksha, there is a major hurdle as far as the talks are concerned. At this point in time, Iran has made it quite clear that they will not allow international inspectors to visit the nuclear sites which were damaged, which were bombed in the recent military strikes. Give us more details about this.
Right, absolutely. And this is what has been understood, that access will only be given to the Bushehr nuclear power plant and the Tehran nuclear reactor. Apart from that, the bomb nuclear sites will not be accessible by the IAEA. Now, this is a very crucial aspect as far as the nuclear issue is concerned. Remember, that has become a big bone of contention because the United States has made it amply clear, even in that memorandum of understanding, that Iran will have to give up its nuclear ambitions. Now, the other big question that arises out of it is what happens to the enriched uranium? Will that be handed over to the IAEA? Will it be handed over to the United States? Or will it be handed over to a third party like Russia or China, as they had also shared their willingness to? But this is exactly what these continuous rounds of talks are hoping to achieve, and perhaps we can expect greater clarity, because Iran is of the view that, and they have been strongly maintaining, that they are not pursuing any nuclear ambitions and that they have all the right to keep that enriched uranium for their own civil nuclear energy requirements.
The deep mistrust that Iran has when it comes to the negotiation as well. Thanks so much, Akanksha, for getting us all those details. With this, a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.